Each time when you open Windows PowerShell, it demands you to try a new cross-platform PowerShell. And when you try it, it actually renames itself as PowerShell Core. So what distinction does PowerShell Core holds from PowerShell? But before this, something more important should be understood. That is, how did PowerShell Core develop? Giving reference to the previous video, I told you that PowerShell originally came with 6 versions. But if I include PowerShell Core in it, then you should add 2 more versions with it. PowerShell Core 6 and PowerShell Core 7. PowerShell was just released as an ordinary scripting automation engine. But after its 5 versions, Microsoft realized the need of a more versatile Windows PowerShell. They thought that PowerShell could be a cross-platform and it could run on Linux and Mac OS. They decided to announce it as a cross-platform by releasing Windows PowerShell Core 6.0 on August 18, 2016. Before this, Windows PowerShell 5.1 also come with Core and desktop version. But if we talk exclusively, then PowerShell Core is the first version which is exclusively designated as Core. Following its success, PowerShell 7 Core came to replace PowerShell 6 with a much updated architecture than the previous version. Microsoft decided to drop the Core from its name, and now it's simply known as PowerShell 7. Now let's understand what's new in PowerShell Core. Before PowerShell 6, all PowerShell versions were built on .NET framework, while rest of its versions are built on a new framework called .NET Core framework. It's just to be understood that it's built on a new framework, and we will not gonna get into detail that what are these .NET and .NET Core now, but maybe someday. PowerShell Core make itself distinct by having support for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, unlike other PowerShell versions just having support for Windows. That's why these versions are often designated as Windows PowerShell. Another attribute PowerShell Core holds that it is an open source, means that it can be inspected, modified, and enhanced by the community. Now, if you ask that how it could be done, I will tell you. The source code for PowerShell Core was made available on GitHub in the link given in the pinned comment. This allowed the community to contribute to its development, report issues, and suggest improvements. This contributed to its community involvement as the PowerShell team at Microsoft actively encouraged it. Developers from the community started contributing code, bug fixes, and new features. The collaborative PowerShell more versatile and compatible with various platforms. Various updates in PowerShell 7 included much better enhancement you can see here, including compatibility with built-in Windows modules and return of some cmdlets command you can see. So overall, if I can talk about the distinction it can hold, in an interview with the community on January 11, 2018, the PowerShell team was asked to list the top 10 most exciting things that would happen for a Windows migrator from Windows PowerShell 5.1 from PowerShell 6.0. In a response, Angel Garbo of Microsoft could only name 2, cross-platform and open source. Now I will show you how to get Windows PowerShell Core 7. Just open Windows PowerShell on your PC and you have to type a command there. Type $ps version table. This will tell you which version you are using. I am using 5. I will just copy that link and paste it on my Chrome browser, which will redirect me to a website. I will click on the button Download PowerShell and scroll down and I will find PowerShell 7.1 for Windows. And it's 64 version. I will just click on it and it will start downloading. Once it's downloading, just open the setup. And it's just an ordinary Windows setup. Just click on next and it will automatically download you the PowerShell. And now you can see that PowerShell is being installed. Now one last point should be discussed, that should you switch to PowerShell Core? PowerShell Core has enhanced capabilities with its open source and cross-platform. In a heterogeneous environment or exploring opportunities beyond Windows PowerShell, PowerShell 7 offers the flexibility you need. PowerShell 7 is a game changer for system administrators, developers, and IT professionals. It enhances automation capabilities, streamlines workflow, It's not just a migration, it's an evolution for a more versatile and efficient experience. I hope that this detailed video had helped you. If it did so, make sure to thumbs up for the video and subscribe the channel. I will meet you in another video. Till then, it's goodbye.